In this video we show how the tree control can be populated dynamically by making an Ajax callback. So you can see here we have a UX component and there's a tree control over here, but there's no data in the tree control. So if we go back to the builder, we can see there's our tree control and we haven't defined anything in the genie yet, so the tree control is completely empty. But then we have two buttons over here. The first button is going to make an Ajax callback to a function called xb, and the second button is going to make another Ajax callback to a function called xb2. So let's first look at the buttons in action and then go back and explain them. So you can see here we have our empty tree, there's nothing there. Now we make our Ajax callback and we populate the tree dynamically on our callback. Now we can press this button to populate the tree with a different set of choices. So click the button and there's our Ajax callback, and now you can see we've put in a different set of choices into our tree control. So let's go back now and look at these two XBasic functions. So when we go to XBasic functions, we can see that the first function xb is defining a string over here, and then this string is actually JavaScript code, and then we're just simply emitting the JavaScript in that string. So there's actually very little computation being done here. We just have a string, but let's go through the JavaScript code that's inside the string. So the first line of code is creating a variable called tobj, and it's getting a pointer to the tree control. So you can see how we say get control t1. So if we go back to controls, we can see that this tree control was called t1. So now if this tree control here happened to have been in a repeating section, then what we could have done over here would have been t1:1, which would be the tree in the first row of the repeating section, or t1:2, or etc. So the tree itself could be in a repeating section, but so the first line here just simply gets a pointer to the tree control. Then we're creating another variable called d, which is an array of JSON objects which defines the tree, and we've shown previous videos of how this JSON data is defined. You can use the tree data genie to help you get started, but here's my tree that I've defined now, and then I'm just going to call the populate method of the tree object. So the tree is going to be populated with the data defined in this JSON object over here. So here we go, press the button, do the Ajax callback, and then populate the tree. The second XBasic function is going to use the helper functions called tree text to JSON. So here's the definition of the tree that we want. So we've defined an outline over here with tabs to indicate indentation, and then we've called the tree text to JSON function to generate the JSON definition that represents this tree, and then we've just generated the exact same sequence of JavaScript commands. We get a pointer to the tree control, and then we call the populate method of the tree object, passing in the JSON data that we'd like to use to populate the tree with. So you can see now that the tree can be populated dynamically on Ajax callbacks, and this is a really powerful aspect of the tree control. Thanks very much for watching.